Hello, I'm a talking dead guy floating around in space. I've still got my eyeballs there. Well, that gives too much decay. That should be more freezer burn. Not sure my teeth would be showing. Aloha! Aloha Hidi or whatever. Oh, Rachel beat you by a couple of seconds there, boss. You must be lagging. You just barely beat 8 in. Maybe it's the Fig Newtons that are giving me the headache. I was just going to eat one of them, and then I opened them, and there's like more than one in here. Is Lance there? I had a granddad moment at the store the other day. I fought it down because, well, I could hear all the women in my life saying exactly the same thing every time they saw it. So I just didn't want to have to deal with that, and I didn't buy the giant stuffed mammoth. That wasn't even for me. That was for my granddaughters. My granddaughters needed that mammoth. That was the most unique blue elephant I've ever seen in my life. They have a Horton. They have Horton near Zahoo. They have a big Horton here at the Zahoo. They have a big African elephant. They have a big Indian elephant. They do not have a mammoth. Would have been completely different. Okay, Steve. I miss softball. Y'all still have softball? Do we have softball here? We have softball in the. Y'all have softball in the wintertime? Now my mind is blown. We only do that when it's like full on summer, so the girls all get sick from the heat. But anyway, I was thinking about Lance too, because there's like a whole big old thing full of cars. Doing like $1 a piece or something. I miss being able to dig through the Hot Wheels. My boys don't live with me anymore, so I can't dig through the Hot Wheels. Well, I could, I guess. Ooh. And I seriously hope none of you people ever have to deal with these headaches. I swear. turn the camera on. Y'all can watch me eat. That's seriously, since I started prepping or whatever, is my biggest fear is that I'll be a weak person and that I will turn somebody away. And then I'll find them dead. And, I won't be able to forgive myself for it because I don't know that I could. So. Okay, Mark. What? Put on your PPEs before you go outside. Mark's rough on himself, in case y'all wondering. All he needs to do is trim his trees a little higher again. We are the church. The kingdom of heaven on earth can exist in, maybe not in all its glory, but it can exist. Tibor, don't do that. I'm not saying I've never done it. Yeah, get a Band-Aid on that. And a thimble. Anybody know what a sail needle is?
I can't believe he actually said that. I thought that was something from us.
Oh, the biscuit eater deal? Yeah. Those aren't the same. I have a package of sail needles up here somewhere. They're one of my fiddle things, my fidget spinners. They're you could drive them things like nails, man, and they're 3 inches long. How far did you put it into your thumb, man? I just put a sail needle in my thumb, so it didn't go all the way through. That's cool. Yes, Walters. Um, um, I'm not going to keep this 1 Newton. And people don't get that there's more to it than that. And I know there's a lot of people that have good, their life has taught them that trusting those who claim to be born again is a bad idea. And you will never catch me arguing with those people. That's why I try really hard to be the same guy all the time. Period. Walter, the Antichrist will rule the physical realm. Satan is actually in authority in the physical and actually spiritual realm of the world right now. The Lord's presence on earth was the place it came to visit was behind the curtain at the temple. When that was torn from top to bottom, that left and it will not return. Jesus refers to Satan as the prince of the air. That's here. Satan's not, depending on how philosophical you want to be, not in hell right now. He doesn't rule earth from hell. He doesn't have to come up here from hell to do stuff. Hell's a real place, like the fire and all that stuff like that. But Satan and his demons aren't there yet. It's there. They can get sent there. What the one demon say? Have you come to torment us before our time or the time? If those demons are in hell and they were supposed to be in hell, Jesus wouldn't have just run them out. He would have sent them back to hell. But they go back to hell. Don't do that. The fiery pit of hell exists right now, but it's kind of empty. Does that make any sense? Well, in the end, like when Jesus goes back, then they all go to hell. Everybody goes to hell. Well, not everybody, but the people that the demon, the devil, and his angels, they go to hell. And then Jesus goes to hell. Right now, the Antichrist is a spirit, and he is alive and well in the fleshly world of now. It's a pretty good liar. Walter, why else do I pay? If the people that have my phone number never called me, I wouldn't need a phone. Let me get man, water's actually good. I do not dwell on the revelation and try to figure that stuff out, man. Okay, that don't affect me much. Revelation the book of Revelation was written as a story to the church so that they could remember to be afraid and be warned to be ready for numerous hardships. We can never say if the things in Revelations have happened or if they're still going to happen. All we can do is be the kind of people the Holy Spirit tells us to be. Oh, well, yeah, 3 a.m, I wouldn't answer the phone. Well, I would have, but we'd have been having a whole different conversation in a different language. Did you seriously just wake me up to tell me that you'd been driving around and you had an epiphany about something that we could have talked about after you had a good nap? Yeah, I would have just made coffee. Now, on the other hand, when we got off the phone and the missus got to yelling at me for waking her up and ruining her night's sleep, then I would have thought bad about you and talked bad about you behind your back. So, yeah, it's better you don't call. Did you survive? Did you get hurt this time? C-103, or did you fix all that stuff? Maybe, T-Board. Did you get the flow stemmed yet on that? It wasn't one of the ones with a spade end on it, was it? Anybody got any good whatever news going on? Still hadn't found out what happened to the woman involved in that mess. I guess she was unhurt. Maybe she stayed inside. That shooting up the road was a domestic thing gone horribly bad. Oh, yeah, no, we're the we are a temple, but that's when you start trying to get everything and lock it. That's just the way it is. Um, there's a reason God made all the planets round, because He doesn't do boxes. I was saving it for you.
Okay.
It was not easy, and if you let that banana lay in there one more day, it's not going to be there either. That one right there is just the right eating.
Yeah,
Right.
you can have it. It's not.
Did you just a banana?
Yeah, because it's beyond.
Whenever the little handle gets brown, then it's just right. Just now getting ready to eat. Crying out loud. Now, when you unzip it and it just kind of flows out of the wrapper, you wait it too. I've eaten bananas that have turned black, for crying out loud. I don't even know. Dude, why would you do that? Why would you tell people that you did that? Why were you not filming? Asking for a friend. Tipper, if you're trying to figure out what, do not kill yourself driving down the road while you're trying to listen to this in the truck. Tibor stuck a spade-ended sail needle into his thumb doing something. I don't know. I guess he was building a shoe or something, and it went bad. But I mean, come on, like there's going to be a literal red dragon flying around, throwing water at a lady. So they'll build the temple. Does he suck at making moonshine? Sorry, Walter. Sewing a hatchet mask. Oh. I found, and it's leather, so I don't know if I can get a pattern, and I don't think I'm creative enough to do that. But it's a leather face mask, like for COVID or whatever, but it's a face hugger. You put it on and you buckle it, and the fingers come around your face, and the face hugger's right here. And there's gaps so you can breathe while it's on, but then you wrap the tail around your neck. Then you walk in the store with a face hugger. I thought it was cool. Thank you for that visual, Mark. Is he okay? There's a reason they make those little plastic things you put on the top of rebar. I was a construction foreman at one place. I walked on to the site, and they had the slab poured, but they were going to pour pillars. And for some, anyway, the rebar was sticking up through the slab there. Because I think they were going to do those out of cinder blocks, but they wanted them tied to the floor, so they had to. Anyway, there were guys working off the floor in there with that rebar. It wasn't sticking up that far. Right, and it's sticking about 18, 20 inches out of the ground or out of the slab. But there was no caps on it. I got a whistle and I blew it and I said, "Everybody, go to the house." What? I said, "Y'all people are up off of the floor working without safety caps on that rebar. You're too stupid to be here." I'm kind of big on safety. I've seen people die on job sites. It takes like 60 seconds to put those things on. All of them. They could add all of them on in 60 seconds. It's still going to hurt like hell, but you're not going to have a piece of rebar come through your liver. You're going to lay there and bleed out before the ambulance gets there. They're not going to have to destroy tens of thousands of dollars worth of work to try and save your life. For, I mean, one of those things, $2 a piece or something like that. And they were there. Oh, geez. That's pretty tough. Well, we'll see, Walter. There's a lot of stuff going on over there. I was paying pretty close attention. And if that stuff starts happening, then I'll start believing a whole lot more. But I'm still of the opinion that the only horse left to cut loose is um, the pale horse. I really think. I mean, I think the next big thing's a die off. And a pretty major die off, unless that was the Black Plague. Um, and the Dark Ages and all that, and we're actually already to the bowls or something. They can use them while I'm around. You do. I've seen what happens when somebody comes off a 10-foot ladder onto one of those. Because it's never like in the movies. You don't fall on them on your back. You fall on them as you're coming down at an angle. So they go in somewhere around your abdomen and they come out somewhere around your neck. Blood and shit running out one hole and blood squirting out the other. All to save $2. No. When you're done with them, you can put them back in the bucket. If you're worried about the money that much. Uh-oh. Got people dropping out already. Well, they already got that one little altar thing built. Built it before Trump was elected. Right after. So. There's actually in my, and I'm not saying he is, because he's got to come from the Middle East. But or I guess technically just his family does. But he would need to be born over there. But the Antichrist that we're waiting for is just a physical embodiment of, I think. It's not. The actual Antichrist, the spirit of the Antichrist has been here. Well, he got here the day and Jesus ascended to heaven and sat down at the right hand of God. They said they fixed it, honey. So in history, and the Antichrist will always convince those people who are doing his work that they are doing a good thing. Um, she inside or outside? Is she on the porch? Not anymore. I hope ain't something else going on. Yep, you got there firstest, Aid, so you're in the lead. The end. But on that, and was everybody in the Bible study or whatever? I mean, y'all got what I was saying about the prepping part of that, right? I mean, it makes sense in your life. When Jesus is telling you something spiritual, your spiritual life and your physical life, they should go together. So if he's telling you need to be ready for something to happen in your spiritual life, you need to be equally ready for something to happen in your physical life. I mean, yeah, he tells you, he told the disciples not to be worrying about what they're going to eat and what they're going to, because God will take care. Right? But you got to realize that him telling you to be hold the ant, thou sluggard. I mean, it's just common sense to be ready for famine. Hey, Sasquatch, how goes life? Please tell me she just wants in and she's not actually scared. She barked at something out there and now she's whining to get in. I don't want to have to go out there with a flashlight. Was he the individual in your description earlier, C103? Did you just lick my drill? Your dog's weird. Sorry, spying on my wife. Here, put this one on your phone.
What?
Put this one on your phone. Give me the phone.
What?
Well, because of the case, it's not wanting to set right.
Well, I'm putting my hand there, like you're doing.
Well, it'll cause a shadow. But don't be looking at that when you push that little button on the back. It's a ring light. Well, I meant for both of them.
Well, I was gonna say.
Okay, anyway, what were we talking about? Yeah, no, I'm not. I don't think I was. I may and may not have used that after I had breakfast, which was bacon. And plus, the dog is weird. She finds something new on the floor, she sniffs it, and she licks it. It doesn't matter what it is. Until he figures out how to get the chain off his leg, Mark. That's how long. Okay, I'm going to ask the room a question. There's a guy who wrote a book or several books. He used to work for the CIA, and he's offering one of those books for free now. All you got to do is give him all your contact information. Is that as sketchy as it seems? Because he's been on every mainstream media outlet there is. It just seems weird to give a guy a spy, all your stuff, so he can send you a book in the mail about how to be a spy against your own government. Hamectomy. I was like, man, I'd like to have a book like that, but I'm like, it just seems a little weird. It's a YouTube ad. I mean, I'm sure y'all will see it. It's new. But I should have saved the web page or whatever, but I wanted it because it's ad runs on a. When I watch y'all's videos, I don't watch all of y'all's videos. I can't. I don't have that much time. But when I watch one of y'all's videos and you're a monetized channel, I'll click on the ads because that pays you more. I don't usually do anything with the ads, but this guy blah 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 blah, blah. So I clicked on the ads, and then the video was over, and I went over and I checked it out. I was like, oh, that's cool. But there was a little YouTube video on there on the webpage that I watched. I'm like, well, man, he's on Newsmax, Fox, CNN, all these people. And I'm like, See, that's what I thought. And you may surprise how many people have to go, oh man, that's a good book. I'm gonna get that. We'll make some sleeper cells. But, ooh, that
I
was,
didn't know there was levels added on the lowest one, apparently.
sorry. You can hold on to it, baby. I'll just have it laying here. It doesn't want to stay on my phone either because my phone's fat with that thing. Mine's weird though because it's got like more than one camera, so we'll have to be like that. This sucker's really bright. Hold on. No, there you can see. That's on the lowest setting. It has a I'm going to melt your eyeballs out too. That's the middle setting. And I can't stand to look in front of me already. And you have I'm gonna burn your face off. It's right. And then you have like off. It's my favorite setting. It's a little bitty thing. I don't know what's that battery it takes. I don't know where the batteries go. Probably find that out. Oh, that's right. It's rechargeable. But I was thinking, man, this is actually pretty cool because you like clip it on stuff. So, boom, clip it on the side of the tent, light up the whole tent. Because when it's dark, then it doesn't take much light, and it's rechargeable, so you don't have to carry batteries. You can recharge it off your power plant. What's a Yoda? They were all of them were in prison at some point. Oh yeah, we got the bacon in, didn't we? The camo. They come in camo. It's like the coolest thing ever. I mean, or is that just supposed to be bacon on the outside of it? I don't know. It looks like camo to me. I think it was the coolest cans ever. Um, she's gonna wind up being better off just letting you sign her under you. But anyhow, anybody?
The earrings I sent weren't hers. They were a lady at her work.
Oh, okay.
But it was just easier to send it by Dawn, or press to Dawn to her.
Anybody wanted to buy their uh, lovely wife something for Valentine's Day? Buy her a nice piece of jewelry or something
Or breaking the bank.
without breaking the bank. There you go. Here, bring me a couple necklaces. I'll show them for you.
You show them for me?
I'm super stoked that my wife's trying something like this. This is like so outside her comfort zone. Whenever she does stuff like this, I'm just like, that's my wife. Oh, I like that one. And yeah, I like the stuff she sells. I think it's pretty. We have this nice little bit of turquoise and silver. Ooh. With, yep.
It's just the bracket.
Oh, okay.
I didn't take it out of that one.
And then here we have this nice little bunch of
Copper relics.
copper-looking rings. It's actually really pretty. We've got matching earrings. All of them have matching earrings. What's it called?
Fishback earrings.
Fishback
paparazzi.
earrings.
Is that what you're at?
Paparazzis. She sells paparazzi jewelry.
$5 a set.
$5 gets you the necklace and the earrings.
Nickel free, lead free.
Nickel. Yeah, they're all like whatever. And like you could spray paint your wife green and hang this around her and just call her a treat. I'm just joking. That's kind of cool.
I also have blue and silver for Dallas Cowboy colors.
Well, that's cool.
They're on their way. They're not here yet. They'll be in the
Not here
mail, I think, tomorrow.
I really like this kind of stuff. Her and my daughter-in-law apparently compete to see who's going to get the antique copper-looking stuff first. So, gotta find that. I don't want to break it. Pegboard hook.
Even have the men's style.
Oh, wow. Fellers, you can get one for yourself, apparently.
That black one I was wearing the other day, the black with had the cord and then the black ball with the silver rings. That's a man's one.
Oh, really?
But I wear it because I think it's cute.
Are those blue? Nah.
Stop it! It's called a blue urban.
It's a blue urban. It's a necklace. It's called blue urban. She sells that stuff. No, honestly. Mostly just to pay for her habit of buying that stuff herself. I don't think we've ever walked by a paparazzi stand that you didn't buy a necklace. How do they buy this stuff?
Does any of them do? They can either go, if they have Facebook, they can go to my Facebook. If they don't have Facebook, I can send them the link to my website because I also have a website.
You can follow her on Facebook, or I think she's looking for a link to her website, and she will post it in the comments over here chat thingy, and later she can pin it, post it in the comment section, and I'll pin it. This is really spur of the moment. I wasn't planning on bum rushing y'all with jewelry, but it's like, dudes, you can, you look, you notice what your wife wears, whatever, you know what she's gonna like or what she don't like. I would hope that you pay close enough attention to your wife to know this. So surprise her with a box full of necklaces. Just to do it all the time. Somewhere around here, we've actually invested quite a bit of money in silver. I don't know where it's all at, but she's got a drawer full of silver jewelry. Well, not a drawer full, but there was a place that sold real silver jewelry and stuff, and I would go by and check, and if there was something in there that I knew she was going to like, I would buy her one. There is the link. Hey, Corsair, you back in here? So how's your, whatever it is you pulled, your gluteus maximus or whatever, how's your back been? Anyway, there's the link to her webpage. And we still do Facebook and all that. I know he's trying to kill us all. But
Well,
so,
right now he's letting me make money, so I'm okay.
yeah, I mean, this is the world we live in. If I was going to kill all my social media, since I don't spend any time on Facebook, I have Facebook so I can use Messenger. Because even if a guy can't afford a phone plan, if he can get the Wi-Fi somewhere, he can use Messenger to contact people. Excuse me. I've actually got 3 friends that's the only way they can stay in touch with me because times are really hard, but they can go down to McDonald's or park in the parking lot at one of the motels and use Wi-Fi and communicate with people through Messenger. Amen to that, Corsairs. She's got all kinds of cool stuff on there. Y'all may not have a shot at the 3 blue balls. I actually like that. I didn't know she had anything like that. I think A just sent you a friend request, babe.
That link is the group that I did on Facebook. The first one is my actual website. The second one's my Facebook, which it says Facebook.
Okay. First one is her paparazzi webpage. The second one is her Facebook group, where she actually does live streams occasionally. Okay, I kind of, I'm seriously, I hardly ever go over there. It's too political over there. I go over there and give my sister-in-laws a rash of shit. That's about it. But that's just so they'll know that I still care. That works too, Walter. I guess. I'll just wait. We'll work a backdoor deal. I'll wait for her to leave. I'll give you a discount, and then I'll just keep all the money.
I used to hardly ever get on Facebook until I started selling the jewelry. Now I'm on there every day, but it's basically so I can try to promote my jewelry.
Yeah. I'm gonna be trying to make some jewelry. My gar scales are actually ready now. That's okay, B. We weren't talking about anything important, and since you're here, we've got to change the subject anyway. That was very witty and mean at the same time. Ow. I'm almost out of water. It was a joke. We weren't talking about anything important, and since you're here, we have to change the subject anyway. It was an insult, and I apologize for it. Walter made me say it. I try to check Instagram once a day. I don't always do that because, well, I'm not really good at it. Yeah, we saw your meme. Step outside. They're actually trying to put a guy behind. They have a guy in jail for memes. I mean, there's hold on, and then there's like seriously. Oh, that's cool. Now y'all got me checking. Uh, why are you? Why I don't want to see suggested posts? Why the hell am I getting suggested posts all of a sudden? If I want to look for somebody to, I only follow people that I know. I actually have people that I followed on here because they were somebody else that followed them and stuff like that, and I've had to unfollow them because, unlike other people, I honestly, uh, you know, you're entitled to your opinion. Honestly, you are. I mean, it's America. But if you're wrong, I don't have to listen to you. I have to put up with you. I don't have to support you in your personal life. I mean, I honestly don't care what you did today or yesterday or the day before yesterday if you want me dead. Yeah.
That's the only people's stuff I read, or I like the rude stuff. What's considered rude because it's like demo bashing.
Yeah.
From like Brandy and Diane
See,
and Tyson. Those are about the only people I read posts from.
I never get anything from Brandy. I don't know if he's got me blocked or something.
He doesn't post very often, but the last few days he's been posting.
I didn't know because I made a Catholic joke on there, and that may have been enough.
Oh, yeah, that might have done it. Hey, I'm happy he's in church. I don't care what.
Me too, but he needs to lighten up some and quit mean mugging me. Oh wait, well, that's his face.
He's just a mean mugger. Come on. He put his picture up beside the rock, and you could not hardly tell them apart.
Yeah, he does. You know, even when he smiles, he looks like he's mean mugging you. It's the way his eyes are set. He's a super sweet guy too. I am a sensitive kind of guy. Exactly. Corsairs. I mean, it's not like I actually get to pick anything. Why is that? I must have. Oh, when I dropped my movie theater butter for my popcorn, or movie theater butter salt, I found this. It was right next to the Orville Redenbacher. 9:30. It does every night at 9:39. It is going to tell me to renew. I shall return. I'm going to make them fix it. Shit. No, go away. A lot of warning when they come on too. Mm-hmm. It didn't ever go all the way away.
You didn't drink that decaf in there.
Well, I completely quit the coffee altogether.
We'll turn off the light. The darkness may help. Helps me anyway.
Okay, we want to talk about.
Rob said he's going to be busy, so you can talk about it. I think is what he said.
I think so. That's what he said. I don't want to have to take one of those dope head pills. Seriously, I mean, it's not just it's not a day. These don't make you stupid for a day. They make you stupid for days. One pill. They work though. Just gonna have to wean myself off of coffee. I can't use those. I don't have a Keurig.
The Keurig is in the kitchen, silly. I brought my Keurig home from work because they weren't keeping it when I quit. It was mine.
You reckon anybody's bought one and brought it back up there?
I don't care. That one was mine. I wasn't leaving it there.
Justifiable. You know what? It was probably messing around with that silly light a while ago. Brought it back on. Yes, Tibor, and they didn't find anything. No, I don't have insurance. So I shall continue to trust in the Lord. I had insurance until the Affordable Health Care Act. And I don't. Because I could no longer afford it without making somebody else pay for it. And you either stand for something or for nothing. Hey, there's the other Robert. Sharpen that knife today, and the pup. This is actually from a puppy, and now y'all can't see it, but yeah, you can. That's the blade. That little light area right there. It's the blade. Just gotta be careful. I've started to make me a sheath to replace this one several times, but this knife has been through so much. Hate the idea of, dude, just not gonna do it. It's does that medication. It's not a good make you dumb either. It's a dangerous make you dumb. Well, yeah, but I would have to make a carbon copy of the one that it has now. The old school buck fold over, these flap over sheaths. When you're bushwhacking, it is the only thing that makes sense. Yeah, I made. Yeah, it's dark and scary in here. Where is it? Let me this one. Probably got all total 45 minutes in it. And I did artwork on it. Good. I modified this one. Yeah, that is good. I mean, this scalp carry. It was just a belt sheath or whatever. You just stuck it in your belt. But I made it now to where I can actually put my belt through it and it'll hang as a scalp. Oh, come here. Made this too. Took me a little longer for this one. Not a sheath, but it works. I've made a sheath for every sidearm in the house. Just playing around. Thank you, Aaron. Just had my yearly physical. I had blood drawn at the clinic. Maybe so, Aaron. Yeah, I got to come up with $1,000 up front to do this game, so it's just not happening. The Um, just your basic knife. When I stitched this other wrap on, I made it tighter right here. So it used to be quite a bit easier to get out. And I'm going to have to get the sheath wet again and give it a little bit of a stretch. Or I might leave it like that. That way I don't have to worry about losing the knife when I'm kicking around in the bushes. Yeah, I've figured that out. I use a different kind of needle. I actually started doing the thing for the stitching or whatever, like BA does his. I pre-burn the holes with a steel rod. A finishing nail. Actually, it's a drywall. I found a drywall nail. The drywall nails work better for me because I use a heavier twine than most folks. Well, it was bad enough with the deductible and everything on the.
Yeah, but you can't even get in to get the scan anymore. You can't go do it and then pay later.
Yeah, you have to pay your part of the insurance first.
You have to pay the one chunk up front, and then you have to pay the remainder of the bill within 30 days or you're turned over.
Yeah. There's no affordable health care anymore. They have pushed health care outside the range of 80% of the population. And they want to know why people are screaming for socialized medicine. It's all part of the plan. The cost of living was going down. Now the cost of living is going to start going up again. It's fixing to get really, really bad. That's what I was talking about earlier was a correlation that scares me in everything was good and now everything's going to get bad. And then about 3.5 years from now, after things have been really bad, we'll have a chance to put somebody in that can fix it. And it's so Rob, paint us. Were we actually not supposed to talk about you, or can we talk about you? Do we have to? If we do, does that have to be nice? I'll go get. I got a soda. I'm gonna go get a soda. Be right back. Not leaving the same one on the porch several days in a row doesn't count. Yep. I have given serious consideration to a DNR so that my wife doesn't leave herself in debt just so she can.
And you don't have a 401k, so that
Yeah.
you have no retirement. That's not going to help us.
Yeah. It's best I could hope for is to get on government disability and then let Medicare, Medicaid, and then for them to keep paying, you have to do what the doctor says. So when the doctor starts wanting to put me on this medicine for that and that medicine for this and this medicine because of that medicine and then doom, da-doom, 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 da-doom. I'm not enthused by the prospect of any of that. So. I heard people talking nice about you the other day. Can't remember who it was. Or maybe they were just talking about you and they had a nice voice, Rob. I can't remember. I'm trying to turn that light back on. Sitting in the dark bothers me. I don't know about y'all. See, I would really like to go back in time and not let them do what they did. You know, you should, when you get to a certain age, you should be able to fully retire. And, you know, since you've paid into that crap your whole life, it's supposed to be Social Security, you know. What drives me nuts is making old people pay for medical insurance. I mean, they get $800 a month, and you're going to take 100 of it to pay for their medical insurance because the Affordable Health Care Act actually makes things better for people. But yet, the guy who's 100% disabled, he's 27, 100% disabled because he's got some kind of PTSD from his cat getting run over by a school bus or something. And caused him to develop long-term chronic depression or some whatever bullshit. You know, he's getting $1,100, $1,200, $1,300 a month on his disability. And he gets all of his medications paid for. And he doesn't have to pay the $100 a month. I can't. I'm too stupid to do politics. I just don't know. And maybe it was Tibor that was talking about him the other day. Yeah, she's okay. She'll do okay.
If there's still a monetary system by the time we reach the age for me.
Yeah. If there's still such a thing as fiat currency to fall back on. So ugh. Don't cut two wires at the same time. There, I helped you. Don't touch both sides of a plug at the same time, even if the breaker's off. It's supposed to be off. Because it may not be off. Do not touch the purple wire in a post office. Don't pee on the unshielded wire that's wrapping around a pasture. It's a bad idea. Or that yellow wire either. Just FYI. It's the same stuff. Rob, do you ever get all your copper handled? I don't even know if the price is still going up or not. Yeah, Rob knows a little bit about it. Who? Robert? I ain't got no text messages or phone calls or nothing. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, but Was there some kind of accident or something? There's that, Rob. I used to have friends locally, but I made the mistake of making friends with guys that were all 20 or 30 years older than me. I was always the youngest guy at the table. Oh, damn, Rob. There gonna be a service or anything? Well, folks, everybody that was in the Bible study, I rest my case. And everybody that wasn't in the Bible study, I suggest you go back and watch the Bible study because I rest my case.
Right, Aaron.
Yeah, I'd have done a whole lot of things different. Everybody was so sure I wouldn't make it. I even had doctors tell me I wasn't going to make it. I am 20 something years past due, according to the doctors. That's how I don't trust doctors anymore. So, there's that. This one's for your friend, Rob. Cheers. R.I.P. Brother Brewster. Oh, Marion. What you call him? I don't want no daggone funeral. I want one of them, what do they call them, celebration things. Yep. I want strippers too.
Tyson's a stripper.
Hey, that'll work.
Strips too.
If you get that, I tell you what, if you get Tyson to show up to my celebration of life and wear a Speedo and dance a jig,
No, he's a cottage stripper. You didn't specify.
I don't care. I just want, I mean, that would be the way to go out. Have Tyson act the fool one more time with me. Just be all right. Don't let him pick me up and swing me around the room. Oh, that'd be gross. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no. Well, yeah, it might disturb some folks. All right, Bitty Boo. You and Tyson can do a whatchamacallit, a Cotton Eye Joe in your Speedos. I just might wake back up long enough to watch that. Good night, Bitty Boo. I don't know how much longer I'll be able to hang either, guys. There you go. I'm trying to decide whether or not I want to get planted or toasted. Toasted's cheaper. Guess it's not going to really be up to me anyways.
Well, it ain't gonna be up to me because I'm gonna go first.
I forgot we had made that deal. It's really not fair the way we came to that conclusion, but whatever.
You always are breaking rules and not obeying rules. You can't get nitpicky now.
Okay. Yes. My thing is, I'd like to lay where my wife lays, but my wife wants to lay by her dad. So.
I don't want to be planted there.
I thought you did.
No. What difference does it make? It's just an empty shell. I don't care. My soul is going to heaven, and that's the only thing that would have any knowledge of anything. The body is just nothing.
Well, that's just
You
true.
can throw it out in the backyard for all I care.
Well, they'll get on to me for that. That's cheapest alternative. It'd be a little disturbing watching the dog play with you, since you get to go first. I'd have to pin the dog up until you decomposed. Always, so I'll probably go ahead and put you under the ground. Probably just getting cardboard though. FYI, whoever goes first gets the cheapest casket.
Rachel, I have the unicorn roll-ups already.
Yeah, we had to buy unicorn fruit roll-ups. What were those?
I'll show you.
We're prepping fruit roll-ups now, apparently, so we can stitch edible clothing together. something, Rachel.
Oh, you can't see him. It's too bright. Oh, there we go.
Unicorn tongue tattoo fruit roll-ups.
Well, if they were going to be edible underwear, at least you can get tattoos at the same time.
And you could lick the tattoos off. Let's say, wait a minute. Put some more thought into that. Anyhow, yeah, this is our life. Rachel's like, oh, and they have tattoos. Yeah. This is the same debauchery that the last after chat descended into.
Now my life is complete.
Well, yeah, I buried a brother, a mother, a child, and I don't have enough fingers and toes for friends. Praise God that there's a God. My ex-wife who left me, tried to hate her for years. I just never, I couldn't make myself do it. She is, I don't know, she may have already passed. She's ate up with cancer. I hate cancer. That's why I'm doing the thing with the, whatever I make off of the t-shirts and stuff just goes to the cancer. Rob, it's just going to take you longer to get through the fruit roll up without teeth. It's possible. All the stuff we're talking about over here in the chat right now, besides the fruit roll ups, is one of the reasons we're expected to pray for one another and remember one another. Rob would like to recant his previous statement, and he wants you to pay him with a cigar. Can you imagine you everything goes great or whatever, except for the part where you fall asleep and then you wake up the next morning and you're like, oh, I'm late for work, and you just grab your stuff. You head out the door and you get there and the boss wants to know why there's different unicorns all over your face. Nah, not as far as I just went. No, I did not, Rachel. I don't think, unless it was the old one. I thought you did it before. I did 7 takes on one video today for trying to get a YouTube video up because it's something that I think is really important that needs to be talked about. I don't think I'm going to be able to I don't think I can take out of all of those takes. I think it was like 7 or maybe 8. I don't think I could get a video together and put any of it out there, not without making 90% of the people that watch it hate me. Suffice it to say, if you have a trained attack dog and he looks at me funny, I'm going to kill you. The end. Honestly, saying sick is the same thing as pointing a gun and pulling the trigger. The end. Well, saying sick is pulling the trigger. Having the dog on the leash is walking around with a cocked gun, pointing it at people. Personal opinion. I was going to go to Midland and put in AC. Well, actually, yesterday, I was going to go up to last night, work on it today and tomorrow. But the weather's it's supposed to be so hot down there, we didn't want to be stuck in the attic. And boom, it was 80 here. So that if she's talking about the old one, I did, but if she's done a new one, I don't. I've actually been watching a lot of people with Tourette's. So. Did anybody see Dad on YouTube's video about the Minecraft game? If you haven't, you need to, leave here right now and go watch that and just lose your stuff. Yes. I can skirt around the backside. I don't have to go through downtown. And I don't have to go all the way to Odessa. Midland's safer than Odessa. I don't even like driving through if there was a way to get around Midland, Odessa to go to BTSR, I would do it. Serious heart attack.
It was 80 here today, Rachel.
Yeah, it was 80 here. I don't think you could put on enough fruit roll-ups to stop a bullet. I wouldn't wear body armor anyway. Walk 20 feet and have to get a walker. Be a I could spray paint it black, then it would be a tactical walker, I guess. Yeah, there was shooting down. I mean, a guy shot at the Scurry County Police, the Sheriff's Department here. Literally right over there. It's the 20s. I mean, or worse. Yeah, it's like the roaring 20s again, but with faster cars and better guns and way more people. There's stuff that'll stop at 22, but it won't. I mean, you can stop at 22 with regular 3/16 steel plate, just mild steel plate. It won't stop a 9 mil though. I think 5/16 will stop a 9 mil. It's gonna bend though. You're gonna feel it. But don't think it'll stop 257. All right, Carol. Good night. Thanks for coming in, sister. And Rachel, your stuff should be there in a couple days. However long it takes them to fly it over there. I almost sent it to Tulsa, Oklahoma or something like that, though. I wrote the wrong zip code on it. Yeah, but how thick is the milk jug? I mean, if you're going to walk around with an inch of plastic on your chest, you might as well walk around with the steel. It's going to weigh just as much. Because you can get that plate for the steel breastplate or whatever, and then you cut it to size and heat treat it yourself. It's just plow steel. Believe it or not, lead does a pretty good job of stopping bullets. Thank you for coming to the Bible study, Carol. You're welcome. I mean, y'all being in the Bible studies, want to keep doing them. They're good for me. Probably better for me than they are for y'all. Steve did a little short silent movie. I think one of the quotes he put in was it? I think it was his. When was it? About teaching and learning from teaching. Oh, well, that's true, Robert. Yeah, and not going for headshots. I watched him test a Kevlar helmet, one of the China Mart Kevlar helmets or whatever. The bullet did not go through, but there was severe head trauma because it turned that helmet inside out. But it was a 12 gauge slug at 20 yards. So I'm just not. I'm just going to do my. I'm going to put about 110% into trying to make sure I'm not anywhere where I have to be in a shooting match. Oh yeah, the soft armor. You're going to the hospital because you got some busted ribs, internal bleeding, collapsed lungs, bruised heart. It's you just don't have the massive tissue damage from the shockwave going through your body. It's just you just get hit in the chest by a war hammer. That's all. I like the idea of the steel helmets because they can deflect around. That would go through soft tissue. I mean, you're still going to have, it's still going to ring your bell, but I'm not a gun channel. I'm not a tactical channel. Not a high speed, low drag operator. If I can find something to lean up against, pretty good shot. With optics, my eyes are shot. Exactly, Aaron. I mean, you can like cook food out of that. Yeah, I gotta get some sleep. Don't sit there yawning in y'all's face. Anyway. I don't have a clue. I mean, but I do. I mean, it did stop. I mean, it was a square hit. I mean, at 20 yards. And quite honestly, the jelly head they had in there, that's where the bullet would have hit that dummy. Anyway, I'm gonna get off here. Apparently, I'm gonna fart with this all night long. So. Oh, they didn't find anything they had grab on hold of either. Oh. Is you okay, T-Boy? I gotta find out about that before I get off here. How old was she? Oh, now I can't read the chat at all. There's a blurry gray area over there. Yeah, people that say that 22s are a waste of money don't have any idea what a 22 is capable of. The end. They're talking out their ass. The other side of it, I know a guy that took five 25 automatic rounds to the face. I think he still got 2 of the slugs actually inside of his skull. Ouch. Send me an email with the specifics, T-Bor, or something. But I got to get off here before that headache slaps me in the side of the head again. Oh. I can't see it. So, thank you, people, for hanging out with me. Y'all have an excellent night. Hell, have a great week. Just like T-Bor, how'd she get shot in the head? Can't just like think the bullet went through her head. I gotta know now. Oh, why she needs to get a different one of those. So, did anything go through his? Like a truck. On purpose? It's messed up. That's messed up. I ain't gonna bet you about the wife throwing a knife at me again. Oh, man. You tell me the rest of the story later, man. I'm gonna get off here now. My phone's gonna start blowing up. Love all you people. God bless. Stay alive. Do not die. Tell your sister I said hey, T-Boy. Well, don't say hey, T-Boy. Tell her that Wes said hey. Later.